Hey guys, it's Tyler Sloan with another episode of The Saturday Show. But before I get started, I wanted to talk about our giveaway going on right now. The prize is a copy of PUBG for the Xbox One. Details will be down in the description along with everything else we talk about today. Alright, let's jump right in. The animated superhero movie The Incredibles 2 has hit an amazing milestone by reaching 1 billion faster than any other animated movie in history. It has grossed 577 million domestically and has been an absolute powerhouse. The long-awaited sequel did not disappoint, with many people saying it was more enjoyable than the original. This is an impressive feat because it outguns anything that Pixar has put out, and that's a long list of blockbusters. It outsold Finding Dory by almost 100 million domestically, and beat the original Incredibles by a whopping 316 million. If you spend a lot of time playing Fortnite, then maybe you should start putting your talents to monetary use. Parents are now paying tutors upwards of $20 an hour to teach their kids how to get better at the game. Reaction to this news has been mostly negative due to the addictive nature of the game. However, I think things are a little bit different. It makes perfect sense. With the new world of esports and the chance to be on professional teams, it's reasonable to take this hobby a bit more seriously. Now, the chances of becoming a professional Fortnite player are low, just like the chances of getting into the NFL. But we're at a place where kids are seeing this as a career path and the competition is heating up. This shows how quickly the industry is growing and the direction it is headed. In tech news, Apple has become the first US company in history to be valued at $1 trillion. That's trillion, with a T. There had been a Chinese company to do it before, but that was only for a short time and it doesn't have that valuation anymore. This is a completely symbolic milestone and doesn't offer any impressive capitalist superpowers, but it does allow for the company to borrow more if it wants to, and is incredibly impressive. The reason this is largely symbolic is because the valuation is based on the market capitalization of the company. It is basically the stock price multiplied by the number of shares. It's what the market believes Apple should be valued at. It may not be alone in that trillion-dollar club for long because Amazon is right behind them at almost 900 billion. The long-awaited Red Hydrogen 1 is another step closer to being released. The phone has passed the FCC's approval process this week, which means that we could see a launch on AT&T and Verizon by the end of the summer. The Hydrogen 1's 5.7-inch holographic display offers a 4-view mode which, according to Red founder Jim Jannard, shows a better than 3D image without glasses. Couple that with the expected cinema quality video and you've got one hell of a phone in your hands. Now let's take a look at the movies. Winnie the Pooh and the rest of the gang are hitting the big screen in Christopher Robin with the widest release of any other film opening this weekend. It's still most likely to come in second at the box office behind Mission Impossible Fallout, with an estimated opening in the $20 to $30 million range. There is an embargo on the film until 1 p.m. on the day before release, which doesn't yield confidence. However, this should still be a fun trip with the family to the movies, as Winnie the Pooh embarks on a journey to find the rest of the gang and travel to the big city to show Christopher the joy of life. Starring Mila Kunis and Kate McKinnon, The Spy Who Dumped Me is a rated-R comedy about two best friends who get tangled up in the international spy game after they find out that one of their ex-boyfriends was a spy. This film looks to take third at the box office, expecting to bring in between 12 and 15 million. This is going to be a good one if you've already seen Fallout and are just looking for a decent laugh. Although the critics haven't been kind to this movie, comedy is subjective. So if you're looking to turn off the brain and eat some popcorn, see Fallout first and then maybe give this a try. That's about it for box office weekend. The summer season is winding down and there's not a lot of movies to get excited about. If you haven't been in to see Mission Impossible Fallout, I cannot recommend it enough. It will be the best time at the movies you can have with the recent releases. Now it's time for the rapid fire news. Tesla is adding video games to its infotainment system. Gamefly is shutting down its video game streaming service. The cast of Guardians of the Galaxy released an open letter supporting James Gunn. Canada is welcoming its first ever esports arena. A computer the size of a speck of dust was created at the University of Michigan. And Ben Affleck and Matt Damon get the rights to the McDonald's Monopoly scam. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you want to be a part of the conversation, leave a comment down below or reach out on Twitter with news stories that you want covered. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of when the next episode is released. This has been The Saturday Show. I'm Tyler Sloan, and we'll see you next week.